Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Another year, another Call of Duty. I won't lie, I skipped over the last two, but since it's on Game Pass and I never leave my house unless I need more energy drinks, I decided to see what Black Ops 6 has to offer. This video will only cover the campaign. It was played on PC in standard mode. Spoiler warning. I'm gonna go over each mission, my experience, thoughts, and opinions, then give a score at the end. Zombies and multiplayer will get their own video once I have sunk more time into them and freed up more space on my computer for recording. With that being said, my dudes, let's see what Treyarch is selling for $70 with day one DLC, including the $30 extra Vault edition that has Adler from the story locked behind it. Oh, and some zombie skins letting you know what their store will be having. I bet it is flawless if they doing all that. Anyways, let's get into mission 1, Bishop Takes Rook. The game starts out with a cutscene introducing Sergeant Marshall, Haro, Sev, Felix, and Woods, your team throughout the game. It lets you know it's in 1991 and then gives you the Black Ops 6 title screen. You're being interrogated, implying something bad has happened during a mission, and they begin you in a flashback of that mission. Your name is Case, who doesn't have a voice. You're with Marshall and Haro, looking to capture someone in Kuwait. It's very dark, and no, not the vibes, but the lighting. Something that happens most of the game, and I couldn't get it to be much better no matter what I changed. Zombies in multiplayer don't seem to have that problem, but it is bad in the campaign. Makes me wonder if they're hiding flaws behind all that darkness. But here in my video it looks a bit better because I want you to see what's going on, but it is bad. The controls and shooting on PC felt good though. The slide and dive in any direction mechanic is well done, and overall the gameplay feels good. You kill like no one in this mission, get to your target who joins you. Bro is super chill even though you just dropped an airstrike on him. Then you use an RCXD to blow some people up and work your way to extract. You're ambushed in this dark valley, and I actually died the first time. It may be Call of Duty, but use cover. You make it through to the ending of the gameplay at a Jeep, and Adler comes out, shoots the new guy in the face, tells us about some conspiracy. We are still mad and take him in. He tells us in his own way about a house, and Marshall and Woods go there to clear it. They really had a man in a wheelchair room clearing a house. This turns out to be the base of operations for your team called the Rook, and you will buy upgrades for yourself with the money you find in missions here and select your missions off of the board to start. There is also a halfway decent puzzle here to get a safe code for the safe upstairs involving the boiler room, then to the piano into a bunker, and then to get the code you take that and go upstairs. It's probably the best puzzle in the game and it was pretty cool. I wish there was more of this in the game. You can also talk with some team members before doing a mission, which will give you just more backstory on the characters. I find it didn't really reveal anything vital to missions or give any advantage really, just some story. And there's also audio clips to find Adler talking about the house and its backstory. Into mission 2 called Blood Feud. Starts with you on the phone, then let loose into an area with a big church overlooking a yacht. It's supposed to be a multiple approach part of the mission, but it's really small and quick part of the mission. You just stealth up to the top of the church, snipe a guy with a cool sniper elite visual, and escape back into a van. You head to a criminal enterprise business to kill some people for Sev to get her to help her. You sneak in to get caught. Seems a bit redundant, but I guess it makes sense. So you can get close to the people you need to kill. One is killed in the cutscene, and you begin to chase through an outdoor market after the other two. The bosses are basically bullet sponges, but it was an easy sequence and you do end up just right back at that safe house. I will add that in stealth, enemies do notice you pretty quickly, and there is a light replayability with going different ways, but you're always going to end up doing the same things and at the same place. But back at the safe house, Sev and Felix join you, and Felix makes you a spy camera for taking photos, marking enemies, and eavesdropping. Into Mission 3 Most Wanted, you head to a political fundraiser held above a CIA black site to rescue Adler. You must photograph a senator with your cool new camera to be able to infiltrate the black site with his retinal scan. You get a cool map on a brochure showing the 3 options you have to get that photo, and this is where the problems start. The game crashed at least 3 times, no matter which option I chose. 3 times each, and I did try them all. You can use his wife and the mistress, a mob, or just extort them yourself, but again, they all end the same way with you going to the roof, going back down from there into the black site. You can choose to either guns blazing approach or stealth your way through the site, who is being already attacked by the bad group who Adler is trying to fight. You build up some power with an RCXD, get Adler, and fight your way back out, running into more bullet sponge enemies called specialists. You got the shock and C4 guy and a juggernaut. You fight through the building you just snuck through and escape on motorcycles, hopping onto a van, ending up back at the roof. Side note, the mission does start with Haro warning you about being there because she sees you, and it ends with her and Marshall talking, showing that we are all now wanted. I did like the visuals on the map, and the idea of different approaches was pretty cool, working your way through the site, but the mini crashes ruined this level for me and my desire to play it again after doing it 3 times to crash 9. It also had the problem with the lighting, where it was way too dark in some areas, making it really hard to see. At the safe house, Adler explains more of the conspiracy, which basically comes we need to go search Saddam Hussein's palace for something, but the SAS is about to blow it up. We agree to help them so we can search it first, and then we head to Iraq. Starting mission 4, called Hunting Season, you start by securing an outpost with the SAS to conduct operations in the area. Your main goal is to destroy 3 Scud launchers so you can attack the palace. You get an open area, a jeep you can fast travel to, as well as the outpost, where there is always a jeep, and it gives you another nice map with optional objectives. There's enemy encampments that you clear the area, and you lockpick a box for a good amount of money, and then audio files to hear about the human testing being done. There is also supply drops around the area for gadgets and armor. Then there's 3 SAM sites that once you finish has you go back to the outpost to unlock the chopper gunner kill streak, which recharges and is really fun. Helping a crashed US chopper will give you the Predator missile kill streak, and finally there are scouts near the Scud launchers that will mark all the enemies in the area, making clearing the launcher way easier. You can stealth, go loud, any of these, and it's very fun. I like that you can just do it all in one run and not have to replay the whole mission to do everything. Felt like a Bad Company 2 level almost. But when you're done with everything, you go back to the outpost so you can start your assault on the palace. And everything you have unlocked is usable there. You fight to the back of the palace to an underground bunker area, dealing with a new bullet sponge who throws super annoying gas and then runs up to you. There is when you find out they have a chemical weapon, then move to extract on the roof of the palace. So many enemies attack during this, making peeking out of cover very quick and annoying. You can still use all the kill streaks except the chopper gunner. You blow up some helicopters, then you hop into your own and then head back to the rook. There you get a little bit more backstory, like Felix doesn't like unaliving people, but that's about it. Unlock some perks with all that money you just got, and then get into mission 5, Emergence. The chemical weapon is found out to be connected with the US and traced to a facility in Kentucky. You start it underground in cool hazmat suits, only to fall, immediately break it, and get infected by the chemical, which makes you unstable and has you fighting zombies. Yes, zombies, which honestly comes across super lazy. So long story short, you fight the bosses from the actual zombie mode to get colored keys to get where you need to go. You find out you were tested on with this chemical before, which really doesn't do anything or change the story at all. and then find out that the chemical was stolen from here. Of course, none of it was real, and back at the safe house, you find out Harl is the one betraying us. Marshall gets upset, Sev uses this time to tell us her backstory, and Wood says Alder is business somewhere else. This mission felt more like a Doom level with some horror and a zombies tutorial. It was okay at best. Oh, and there was a grappling hook and some so-called puzzles that were not hard, super easy, and you knew immediately this was all not going to be real. Next, mission 6, called High Rollers. This mission starts like a heist with everyone having a job. The goal is to fake a casino heist from people involved in Sev's past to allow Felix to hack into their system. Case gets caught on purpose again, while Marshall, Felix, and Sev distract and get the key card for something, and then it has you defending the vault they think you're robbing. While Felix is getting his thing, Case is beaten, and then when you're done, breaks out, kills the guy, and you leave how Case came in. This mission crashed 4 times for me, making me unable to enjoy the mission. Super dark down below, couldn't see anything. I really liked the idea, but all the crashes made me have no desire to play it again. 4 crashes on this one mission is crazy. But back at the safe house, Alder didn't find who he was looking for, so we helped. Felix unalive people last mission, so he is having a crisis, and Woods drops a Mason's Kid reference. Mission 7 has you, Alder, and his contact attacking an airport to get information from someone who worked on the weapon. This game again crashed 4 times on this mission, and at this point, I'm phoning it in. I'll quickly go over this and the next 2 missions because I feel that's what the developers did. So in this mission, you go through the airport, ride the tank back to the other side, get the guy, he tells you stuff. In the next mission, you go to Russia, Sev, attack a base, and then capture Harl at the end. For the last mission, you take Harl to the Rook, interrogate her, and give her drugs. She then is in a zombie world fighting herself as zombies to be able to tell us where the bomb is, and she tells them that she's the one who has to activate it. You're attacked while she is doing this, you win till she tells you. Then she goes to escape, everyone is injured, so you choose to chase them in a chopper. You unalive her by your hands, the chopper goes down, government says sorry, do more, and that's it. I give it a 4.5 out of 11. The constant crashing destroyed my desire to want to replay any of it. The ending missions, the last couple missions are all in this fake fantasy world, and especially the last mission. If they did that whole helicopter scene in an actual mission in a city, it would have been dope. They needed to stay with the political grittiness they had, not try and dip into some Black Ops 3 nonsense that they did not earn and did not make sense. The coolest things they did was just copying from other series, and each one of those series refined and did what they did better. The controls, movement, and gunplay is pretty good. I mean, Call of Duty's had that for years. That's about all it had. Started out really excited to play it, and then just ended up being done with it. You could say, oh, they'll patch it, oh, it'll get better over time. But the thing is they're selling this game for $70 with $30 DLC day one. And they didn't even have it fully optimized to run or be played. I don't care that you're gonna fix it. I waited a week as it was, and it still has these problems. So I'm gonna judge it accordingly. Next time, don't release it when it's not ready. And certainly don't charge day one DLC. That makes this a lot worse. You know, matter of fact, it's going down to a 4 out of 11. You don't even get the half, because that right there is disrespectful. I will be covering Zombies 2 though, and I do actually kind of like it, I won't lie. So please keep an eye out for that. Thank you for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe, and comment what games you want to see next. Doesn't matter what genre or when it came out. Take care, my dudes.